Stace, congratulations! You are the new CEO of Netball Australia. Tell us, how does it feel?
Thrilling, exciting, a bit overwhelming, to be honest. Like, it's an incredible role. It's a role of significance for the sport, and that's not lost on me. I feel really honoured as well. It feels really privileged. I've loved the sport for a long time, so for me to now take a different role within the sport, work with the sport in the way that I take up my leadership is truly exciting.
It's very, very exciting, and it's so nice to be here obviously with you today. But as you said, netball has been a huge part of your life since a little girl.
Yep.
Take us through that netball journey.
Yep. I started in Central Victoria as an 8-year-old. I worked my way through as a player. I then had the absolute honour to take up a coaching pathway, a national selection pathway, and now an administrator. And so I've spent a lifetime loving and being connected to the sport.
So what do you love most about it though? Because there's a lot that you've just told us there, but what's the best part of it?
I was a defender.
So she goes hard.
I do.
Hard for everything.
I do. But what do I know? We're a team sport, and a good defender is only as good as the units around them, and then only as good as the goal shooters that will score the goals for you. So what I've done, what I've learned, is this sport's taught me how to be a team player. This sport has enabled us to find our role amongst the other roles on the court, and then the roles that are off the court. And don't ever lose sight of the fact that our sport has created a dynamic that talks about the strength of others and the strength of the collective. I hold a role as a CEO now. Even that sounds. But I actually hold that role alongside a whole range of teammates, and that's what I look forward to doing.
I've seen firsthand how passionate you are about this sport and have been in multiple different roles. What made you want to lead the sport and be in this official title as CEO?
I didn't think this would be my outcome, if I'm being honest, but having led the Origin Australian Diamonds over the last 4 years alongside Stacey West and an incredible team of elite program expertise enabled me to understand what success looks like on the court and around the court, enabled me to get a greater sense of what components you need for success, but also what environment you want to create for success. So I understand that the trophies and the world number one and the aspiration is absolutely true, but actually what's more true is the way you feel and the way the environment enables you to be your best. And that is where the opportunity sits for the sport here on in.
You've been acting in the role for the last 5 months. Surely there's some learnings that you've taken on board already now that you've in an official capacity. What are those learnings for you, or what stood out as, this is top priority and this has to be acted on straight away?
Our participation base is thriving, and it's looking forward to what's new and what's next. So what have I heard? I've heard 1.2 million people, affiliate with the sport, and now they're looking for what's that experience, where do I play, how do I grow, where else do I contribute. So I am really prioritised and focused on the way that our participation system within this sport is enabled and enhanced and grows. That's what's most exciting for me. The Australian Origin Diamonds, our performance end of the game, they're starting their cycle to the World Cup in 2027. I'm looking forward to seeing how that progresses for them, and as a sport, how we enable that team to play a home World Cup in Sydney. And then thirdly, I think for me the priority is around relationships. We have an entire ecosystem that every day turn up at netball courts, in boardrooms, at Parliament House, in commercial partnerships and relationships that all really want to see netball thrive. And so for me, it is a network of humans that just want netball to succeed. And I'm looking forward to ensuring that we engage on a really regular and meaningful way with all of the stakeholders that want to make a difference.
So where are those growth opportunities? Where do you see netball? What is your vision, and where do you see it to be whilst you're in this position? Great
question. We will be whatever this collective system wants us to be. This is the moment. We have an opportunity to write a strategy for the sport. We have a moment to bring the entire world to Australia in 2027 as part of our Netball World Cup. We have a moment to redefine what this sport wants to do together. So I'm really looking forward to bringing all of our major stakeholders together to design our future for the sport.
Leadership, you mentioned leadership in there. How do you lead, or what's your style of leadership as a defender?
I was a goalkeeper. So for those who know goalkeepers, we sit in a goal circle and we're happy to direct traffic. So I think from a very early age, I learned how to read the game in front of me, how I needed to play my role, but also how I needed a goal defender to play a role, a wing defender. And so what we've done and what my leadership does is exactly that. I understand me, I work on me. Yep. I'm not done. I'm a work in progress. I'm learning all of the time. But with that learning means that I bring people around me that help enhance what we can do together. So I identify what I can do, I identify what I can't do, and I ensure the team around us can do their role.
I mean, grassroots is super important to our game. What does it mean to you to obviously continue to drive this sport forward?
It gets me kind of emotional. That is me. That is all of us. We all started somewhere. We all still...
I got the goosebumps.
I know. And I will declare that I still am actively involved in the community at a grassroots level. I drive to training on a Thursday evening. I'm driving the car and I'm going, I'm busy. I don't have time for this. But I walk into that environment and my world changes. I smile, it fills up my bucket. I feel connected to the way in which every person turns up to play the game. I will never lose sight of that.
Moving forward, you spoke about bringing the world to our shores in 2027 for the Netball World Cup. What does that lead up look like for you?
Incredible opportunity for the sport to go, we're here and we're back in Sydney. So it's a huge runway and a huge opportunity for the sport to really find its position within the sporting landscape here in Australia. And Australia deliver incredible world events, so I'm really excited about that opportunity to do that. It is also going to be 100 years for Netball Australia, so we're also identifying a moment to say, we've been here 100 years, we want to be here for 100 more, and really celebrating the centenary of netball in Australia. That's also really, really impactful and significant.
Another elite league, obviously, under your watch is the Suncorp Super Netball. Firstly, let's talk about your elite netball days and how. Tell us a little bit more about you as a player and obviously your experience.
Yeah, I had a really unique experience to be identified at a fairly young age out of Northern Territory was my playing background, and then quickly selected to attend the Australian Institute of Sport in Canberra, whereby a couple of years under the tutelage of incredible head coaches learned how to be an elite athlete, and then the privilege of coming to Melbourne and joining the Melbourne Phoenix in the very first year of the Commonwealth Bank Trophy, where we were premiers. I mean, how incredible. Simone McInnes was on the wing defence, Janine Illich was in keeper, Liz Taverner in goal defence. Like, I was sitting amongst diamonds and I was a young defender and in an incredible environment of experience, excellence, a drive to win. I learned all of those things through that time with the Melbourne Phoenix. And what I've been able to do then is move from a playing career into a coaching career and take those same attributes with me right throughout. So I loved playing, I really did. Nothing better than coming out of that goal circle and taking an intercept off a wing attack. We love scaring you on the edge of the circle.
Scaring the life out of us in the pocket.
I love the way that we really aspired to be a dominant force from the Melbourne Phoenix brand. And that's still true today. I think we're sitting in this stadium.
Yes.
And there's some posters behind me. I'm wondering if I'm on them, but I'm really not. But that is a history and tradition that sits with me forever. And on that, Vixen's dress has that. That's super special.
I mean, we've seen record crowds, record viewership, obviously through the Suncorp Super Netball. What is the driving force to continuing to push the boundaries in those spaces?
How incredible are the athletes? How incredible is the on-court performances this season? That is it. They have taken it to another level this season. The number of changes amongst our teams, the player movement, the coach changes, everything keeps evolving. That's why this league is the best in the world. We have fans turning up, signing up for memberships, loving what they're experiencing. We have a broadcast partner that is thrilled to take part in what this season looks like. We're really excited by what this season is looking like. It's pretty tough. There is some tough matches out there to happen, and I can't tell you who's going to win this premiership. I think it's really tightly contested. I'm really, really impressed and really grateful for each of our clubs, each of our teams. The way they set up a high performance environment, both on and off the court, is why this league continues to succeed.
Well, I have no doubt that's why you will continue to succeed as well, Stace. It's been a privilege to sit down and talk to you. I think the future of the sport is in incredible hands. I know that you'll lead from the front. You'll be hard, you'll be fair, and you'll listen. And yeah, I look forward to sitting and watching and being part of that journey alongside with you and part of the wider netball community to see you succeed. So all the very best and congratulations on your new appointment.
Thank you.